Well, Dean, 4 days ago you hadn't won a game yet this season. Now you've won these two this weekend by a combined 65 points. You'd have to be pretty happy with what you've got out of these two games.
Yeah, first game for a long time that we've had everybody available, and we come in with the squad that we selected for the year. Obviously, it was a big night for us in celebrating Jack White's return, and I thought the club did a good job in Jack's back t-shirts, and it's a massive thing coming off that type of injury, and to see him run around having some fun, and he's just going to get better. And I think what we saw, our defence can be really good with this group. We've got so many guys that are committed to it, and I thought CG did a great job on Besson and his commitment to staying with the scout, and Martin. It was just guys that I thought we really stuck to what we wanted to live with some of these guys. And then we just got to improve offensively. We're just going through patches where we're not finishing plays, or we're not quite moving the ball enough. So we'll keep working that one out. But yeah, really pleasing to get two good wins at home, and we don't get back here for a little while. So nice little gift that we gave our fans tonight.
You mentioned your defence. It was obviously a massive part in your championship last season, and again this weekend. I think you've only given up 107 points over these two games. It's coming together at that end for you.
Yeah, and then there's a real commitment about our pressure, and I think now that we've shown that the group is fully back, and we've got good depth, so we just need to play as hard as we can, and a lot of that's at the defensive end, and do your job, and then the next man comes in. So the rim protection is something that might be the best I've had in a while. When you see us have 9 block shots tonight, and with Joe, set a club record the other day with 7, and Ariel and Jack White, and we can continue to guard the 3-point line like we have been, and then have total belief that if people get downhill and get at the rim, they have to get through a wall of guys. That's a tough defensive group.
There's a lot of positives that we could single out, but Caleb Agada's one of them, who seems to be getting better every game he plays. He's really finding his feet now as a scorer. Yeah,
that's who he is. He is a true scorer, and he's shown it on a number of different levels in the world. But again, he's so coachable right now, and really has improved on his defense. And now I think we saw a better shot selection from him, tonight, and to go 4 or 5 from the 3, just gives us that extra weapon from the perimeter that we really needed.
Chris, I'm sure you were doing it tough having to sit out the first couple of games this season. How good is it to be back, and how good is it to be helping the team win?
Yeah, it's great. It was a weird injury that I had, in a way that, if it was at the other end of the season and we needed to push on and win some games, I probably could have played, but we took a cautious approach, and that sucked for me, but it also gave some other guys opportunities to get comfortable within this team, get comfortable within the league with how it's played and refereed, and all sorts of other things. So it's done now. I'm happy to be back and trying to contribute, and to get 2 wins this weekend and pull us back to 500 was the main goal. So happy to have done that.
You could just see on everyone's face how happy you were for Jack to be back out there, and for him to actually play well was a bonus too. What was it like to see a teammate, having been through what he's been through, make a successful comeback?
Oh, I genuinely woke up this morning and I was like, all right, what day is it? Oh, it's game day. Like, yes. Awesome. And then what just took over me was like, it's Jack's game day. And so for me to be that excited and the other guys to be that excited, I can't imagine how he would have felt. But, he affects everyone around him because of what type of guy, what type of player he is. And that showed in his diligent work ethic and approach to his rehab that for him to come in and be able to affect a game straight off a 9-month layoff. So, you know, he was a little nervous in pre-game. I spoke to him and I said, the beauty of it is the way you play your basketball, like you don't have to worry about anything. Just go, you know, be yourself and you're going to have a positive impact on the game. And I'm so glad that we saw that. You know, he comes up with a big offensive rebound, tip in to get his first points. And I said in the broadcast, like we missed him so much last year during that championship run, and all of us have just been waiting to get him back. And there'll be ups and downs for him, but you know, this was the first step, and he's a super impressive kid, and you know, we're so happy to have him.
Last one from me. With everything going on in the world right now, it must be nice knowing that you're going to be able to spend this week for Christmas at home. You might fly Christmas Day, I'm not sure, to go to Sydney, but must be nice knowing that you get to spend Christmas at home.
Who that for?
Either one.
Yeah, absolutely. There's been, over the last couple of years, you know, people have missed a lot of milestones and Christmases, birthdays, anniversaries because of border restrictions and all that. So if we can get some type of normalcy this week and celebrate whatever you want to celebrate with the ones you love, I think we should jump at that opportunity. So I'll be doing that, and I dare say the rest of the guys will as well.
Go for it, John.
Chris, it's John Kerry from the AG. You said just before it was a unique Breakers defence you had to work through. What made the defence so unique in that first half in particular?
Oh, I think for me personally, just the way they guarded me when I was in certain positions on the floor was not very traditional in a sense of traditional basketball defenses, and I think in the first half I probably tried to just overpower or get physical, and I wasn't playing at a good pace. So then when I got the ball, I was kind of rushed to make a decision to try and get on the scoreboard. But you know, I kind of figured it out right at the back end of the first half for me personally, how they were guarding. And you know, I was lucky in that first half that, you know, Caleb got off to a good start, Joe, and we were able to get out and run and put points on the board in transition through our defense. Because it kind of allowed me to be pretty bad offensively, and we weren't punished too much. So glad I could figure it out a little bit in the second half.
Caleb describes your hot hand in that second half as Steph Curry like. I guess that's not too bad a rap.
Yeah, the greatest shooter ever. Not bad.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks. Any final questions, guys?
I've got one question. Sorry, there's a bit of noise in the background. I'm still in the stadium, so bear with me. But just one to Chris. I guess it was a pretty slow start by your stands. What made it sort of click for you in that second half? You just sort of caught fire.
Yeah, I just changed the way I set up some cuts and the way I approached being guarded. You know, as I said before, it was a little unconventional, but you know, I've seen it before, and I've been around long enough to try and figure some things out, and just playing at a bit better pace, coming off screens to, you know, try and get open. But you know, sometimes if you see a couple go in, it helps everything.